Hey, did you know that honeybees pollinate some $90 million worth of crops every year in Iowa, and that it takes something like 2 million flowers pollinated by bees to make 1 pound of honey? Well, Tiffany Ingersoll is a beekeeper, an Iowan beekeeper here. And Tiffany, welcome. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Before we get into how you extract the honey out of these honeycombs, there's been a big story about, in the last year or so, about bees dying off. Are you seeing that here too?
Yes, we are, unfortunately. I'm a hobby beekeeper, and last year I had 3 hives. This year I have 7 hives, and last year I lost 2 out of my 3 hives.
And they still don't know why?
No, that's part of the problem. The root cause has not been determined of what's causing it.
And as we mentioned, this is very important. Bees are so much a big part of our food chain.
That's correct. Yeah, I think at least 1/3 of every bite we take is due to a bee
Pollinating some plant.
That's correct.
Well, hopefully they can figure out what's going on. Okay, so you've got the bees. They get the honeycomb. Now, how do you get the honey out of the honeycomb?
So this is the fun, sticky part. I actually took these honeycombs from my bees last night.
Okay.
And what we do is, once we take them from the bees, we bring them back to extract it.
Right.
And so we can go through the process of extracting it.
Okay.
First of all, we just go ahead and we cut the tops off the comb.
So just along here?
Yep.
Just cut it?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. And a lot of honey's going to be coming out with it, so.
Wow, look at that.
And the reason why we're cutting the tops off the comb is when we put in the extractor, that's going to force the honey out of the comb.
Right.
And then we actually give this comb right back to the bees.
And
This side too.
And that side too. And
Yeah.
so how long would it take them to fill this thing up?
In the summertime, they move pretty quickly. So on a very good nectar flow, it might take 1 to 2 weeks.
Wow. And how many of these do you have to do to get a pound of honey?
Oh, this probably holds about, it's pretty heavy, so I'd say it probably holds about at least 2 pounds of honey.
Wow, that's something. Okay, so you cut that off.
Yep, and then this is going to be sticky, but put it back in the extractor here. So we just slide it in.
Okay.
And then once we have it slid into place, we go ahead and we can leave it open. Just be careful.
Just turn this?
Yep, and the centrifugal force is going to force that honey out of the comb.
So it goes down into this thing.
Yep, and you can really smell it. The honey's really being kicked out of the comb.
And then it collects down here?
Yep, and then we go ahead and there's a couple of filters in this bucket where we go ahead and open it up and let the honey start oozing out.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That is just dripping out.
Yeah, this is by far the best part of the job. This is
so
fun.
it'll filter. Is this safe to? Can I?
Oh yeah, you sure can. And that is the real deal. Once it's filtered, we go ahead and bottle it and put it in the bears.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. And it always ends up in the little bears.
Exactly. You gotta love the bear.
And I found out it's not the honey the bears want. They're going after the bee larva.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little both, I'm sure.
Why not have a little sweet with your protein?
Exactly.
Tiffany Ingersoll, thank you so much.
Thank
That's terrific.
you.
All right.